Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to figure out scales, the major and minor scales on the bass guitar. This is very important to learn so you can help you write bass lines, improvise, and figure out bass lines in songs more easily. So with the major scale, it follows the same shape with every single note, no matter what. So this is a C major scale, and you can see the shape is like this. And if you go to the D major scale, it is the same shape. But there's also a formula you can figure out that works. So you gotta pay attention to these notes. This applies to all instruments. For the C major scale, it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So we can figure that out by going to this website called Songster. So you need to learn the notes a little bit, but C is pretty easy. It's the 3rd fret on the A string, and the second note is a D. But here's the formula. So on the first string that you use, it could be the E or the A. The second note, you add 2 frets, which is a 5. The 5th fret, which is a D. Then you go to the second string, the D string, or it could be the A string, depending on where you start. You could do the C on the 8th fret, but we'll do the A string. So what you do for this is the first note on this string, you subtract from 1 from this fret, so it's on the 2nd fret. Then the second note on this string is adding a fret from this, so it's a 3. And then the next one is adding 2 from this. Then you can finish it by going to the next string, and you keep the same 2nd fret on the G string, but this time instead of adding 1, you do the 4th fret, you add 2, but then you just end it on the 5th fret. So this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, right there. As you can see when we play it. And now to prove that it was right, we can go to the tablature on this, and it's the exact same, which is awesome. But now let's look at the minor scale. Minor scale is a little different, obviously. And again, the shape will always stay the same for each note when it's the minor scale. The notes are different though, which changes it. But you can use a formula for this. So we'll delete this. Basically, you do the same start with the 3, obviously, since it's the C scale. Then you stay with the D, but then instead of going to the 2nd string, you add 1 more, adding a fret. As you can see here. And then you repeat it the string above. But then as you can see here, you finish it off on the last string by just doing that. And there you go. And then we'll play it. And it is right. But so the notes will change, but again, the shape will always stay the same when it's the minor scale, A major scale. So that makes it way easier. Now let's go on to a more complicated note, like we could do A sharp. That will work. We'll do the minor scale just because. We'll delete this. So I'll probably make a video on how to figure out the notes, but if you know a little piano, you'll know that after A is A sharp. So since this is an A, which is a 0 open string, an A sharp would be that. But here it's 6, but it's the same thing. It makes the same sound. So if you do the minor, like I just went over, you keep the same formula, you add a fret, or you add 2 frets, then you add 1 fret to that, PD on the second string, but then you just finish it like that, and boom. As you can see, it is right. And this one is a little more simple since they all have sharp notes. But yeah, this is a starting point to figure out the major minor scales. Keep in mind, it will always stay the same shape for each one. Like, look, you see the shape here, you go to G, minor, shape's the same, in a different note. Learning the notes for the frets is very important. I'll probably make a video on that at some point. But thank you guys for watching, and make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Thank you guys.